So what exactly did the strikes accomplish? Because they're over and we haven't seen any results yet. We will, but we haven't seen any. And for today, let's dive into some recent groundbreaking agreements between the writers and the actors and all these streaming platforms and obviously the studios. So you have to start here and picture this, an increased residual for streaming shows, which means that both the people in the Writers Guild and the actors, the SAG-AFTRA folks, they're going to secure bonuses for hit series across Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, and everybody else. That sounds great, right? But there's a lot more to it. Let's get into this. Here we go. Now, these bonuses, they're not a mere perk. They actually signify a substantial shift in compensating the creatives on, a show's success. If the show is successful, then, they can maybe make some more money. And if you think about Netflix's top tier shows, like let's say Stranger Things and Bridgerton, they're going to make a lot more money, at least under this new system. However, it's not just the big hitters that are cashing in. Shows like Peacock's Poker Face and Disney's Secret Invasion might join in that club too, although probably less so Secret Invasion. But not every streaming platform is on the same playing field. Amazon's Prime Video, with its massive subscriber base, even though not all of them even use Amazon Prime, they might struggle to meet any of these new targets, nor do I think anybody can hold them to account on. So that's going to be a problem. And despite its content that they produce that has diversity or whatever it is, despite all those leanings, I'm not sure you're going to see actually any change in what our expectation would be. In fact, I think subscriber interest might lean towards the free shipping more than it does binge watching any of their material. So there's a decent chance that none of these shows have ever really had a substantial audience. So this unequal landscape is kind of exposed at this time, and it shows the disparity among the different platforms and rewarding the content creators that create content for those platforms. These gains are just the beginning, of course, but they're a guild's eye of the future. They're trying to lower barriers of entry to get bonuses, and you're also going to get better transparency for future negotiations. So they've taken a first step, but it's really just a stepping stone to something much larger, which I don't think a lot of people understand. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How do these bonuses work? Well, to snag a bonus, a show must hit a certain viewership threshold within the first 90 days. So there's a ticking clock. It's basically 3 months. And 20% of the service's domestic subscribers have to be viewing that content inside those first 90 days. But there's a catch, because views aren't counted by unique accounts, but rather hours viewed divided by the project's runtime. This is really weird. So they're going to have to measure this aiming to reward engagement, not just clicks, which makes a lot of sense because, oftentimes we know for a fact that people don't watch more than 10 or 15 minutes of something before they nope out. So I think that's going to wake a lot of people up. Then we get into what this does for the writers and the WGA and, of course, the principal performers in the SAG-AFTRA. Hitting this mark means extra cash, but not everybody is going to benefit equally. There's also a divide. You get 100% of the fixed residual for actors, while writers receive an additional 50% based on their fixed residual. Now, this sets the stage for a financial boost, but you're going to have a lot of questions here about how that's going to work, how the fund that's built there is going to actually operate. What does that say about potential payouts? Well, that's also pretty complicated. Payments vary between the program's length, the streaming service it's on, and the subscriber count for that service, which makes a lot of sense because you're trying to get full views here. So when you have something like Stranger Things, those performers could earn around $4,000 extra per episode. It's not a whole lot of money. It's a considerable sum considering, what people make right now on average, and the fact that, people make less money compared to the amount of work they put in. But only a portion of that is going to go directly to the performers, and the rest is going to leak into a collective fund. And while these bonuses promise, a lot, there are all those limitations. Reality shows and low-budget titles are going to miss out completely, most likely. That's for now. Moreover, these bonuses are going to be limited to a narrow window after release, that 90 days we talked about. And so while it's progress, it's not really a complete win for any of the creatives involved, nor was it ever going to be. Was it worth being out of work for as long as both of those guilds were, and combined the entire time they've been out of work? Was it worth it that we're probably looking at something that could happen with Payouts in the near future? I don't know that it is. I think the deal that was signed was the best they could get. I think the major thing that they got out of it is something I didn't even talk about, which was a little bit stricter control of AI. But even that comes into question when it comes to this. But hey, I've talked long enough. What do you think? Do you think this was a win here for anybody? And do you think everything I told you was worth all the struggle? And do you think that a lot of people that are involved in the creative side of this industry are about to wake up to the realities of streaming? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. I truly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to hit that like button down below, as well as subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because I am trying to get to 15K by the end of December. It's a tall order, but you can help, and I would appreciate it. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. It is flu month, it is cold month. You need to take care of yourself. You're going to be around a lot of people during the holiday month. So just wash your hands. And until next time, see ya!